This is the beginning of a big diocesan-wide celebration.
It started back in January with a special mass by Bishop Robert Brennan to mark the beginning of a year to celebrate the Cathedral Basilica of St. James. The Brooklyn Church is rich with history, 2 centuries worth to be exact. The faithful from all over the diocese and beyond will come together to celebrate the cathedral's milestone anniversary. This Sunday, August 14th, everyone is welcome to attend Mass at St. James to remember its 200th anniversary as a church. Here to tell us more about the celebration is Bishop Robert Brennan. Hi, Bishop.
Hi, Christine. It's good to be talking with you today.
It's nice to see you as well. As the first church built on Long Island, St. James has definitely played a big role in unifying Catholics. I know both New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan and Bishop John Barris from Rockville Center will be at the Mass with you this weekend. How does the cathedral tie all 3 dioceses together?
Well, back in 200 years ago, when a group of people who were living here in Brooklyn were looking for a church, at that time they would have to cross over the East River by boat, which was not an easy thing to do. And so they petitioned, they asked for a church to be built here, for a parish to be established. See, that's what we're celebrating, is the establishment of a parish. And so on New Year's Day in 1822, they sought the possibility of establishing a parish. And then on the Feast of St. James, it was established as such. And so we're celebrating this bicentennial year. But what we celebrate is really the beginning of the life of the church, not just a moment here or there, but the fact of the matter that the church, as a vibrant community of people of God, sharing their faith, giving praise to God, are established as a parish. And that's the beginning of the parish life here on Long Island, the counties Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau, Suffolk.
Yeah, it's like everybody has a connection to this parish. And as you mentioned the immigrants that built this parish. The Diocese of Brooklyn is known as the Diocese of Immigrants. Here we have masses in dozens of languages every day. But how do we bring everyone together? Can events like this Mass this weekend do that, bring everyone together?
One of the things we do in the church, Monsignor Strinkowski describes it as we celebrate incarnational moments. We celebrate those moments that have tangible effects in our history. And certainly the establishment of the parish of St. James is one of those key moments. And yes, so that's really the goal, is our being together at Mass at the Cathedral Basilica, but also the presence of Net TV and how we have that outreach, because St. James Cathedral plays an important part in our mission to, especially the homebound, but to that wider television audience, those who join us, tie it together. So our experience of prayer at St. James Cathedral now is shared with people all throughout the diocese and even beyond. But even more than that, we have this event, and we're really hoping that this whole year is a time of celebration. We want to reinvigorate the idea of pilgrimage groups, maybe parish groups coming to visit the Cathedral Basilica, to make a visit. I know a high school out on Long Island, one of their summer camps, they came, and 2 different groups came to make this part of a pilgrimage. St. James is so tied up with the idea of pilgrimage. So we want to see people come and visit and remember the roots of our faith here in Long Island.
Yes, it really does speak to the past and the future. Talk about the significance of this anniversary and how, there's always been a constant. I was listening to your podcast. You were talking about how, one thing has always remained the same, even though the diocese keeps changing, and that's the Eucharist, right?
That's right. So for 200 years. Think about the changes that we've seen. We'll just use ourselves in Brooklyn and Queens. The many different immigrant groups that came in different waves at different times all the way through. The development of Brooklyn 200 years ago was basically farmland. We've seen its ups, we've seen its downs. One constant is the Eucharist. The Eucharist has been celebrated here regularly. The Eucharist has gathered people together. 33 different languages in Brooklyn and Queens every week, but it's the same Eucharist. It's the same Jesus Christ who gives himself to us, and then it's the same Jesus Christ who sends us forth now as his witnesses in the world. That's the constant.
Absolutely. And Bishop, you grew up in New York, and St. James is your home cathedral. What is your favorite memory at the church?
I'll tell you something. I really didn't come to know it, even though, yeah, I'm a part of Long Island until I was in the seminary. So I know I've been there for diocesan events when I was a seminarian, so it brings me back to the time of my formation. But going back even further, my dad, he talks about being in school at St. Bridget's in Ridgewood and at St. Francis Prep. And he didn't use the word pilgrimage, but he said, I remember we made a trip to St. James Cathedral. So there's a family tie, that sense of pilgrimage that's been there through the generations. And then, of course, coming here now as bishop, the day I was announced, we made a visit to St. James and meeting Father Patterson and having a chance to pray there. That'll always be a highlight for me, that first visit coming after being named the Bishop of Brooklyn and Queens.
Okay, Bishop Robert Brennan, thanks so much for being here with us, and we look forward to the big celebration this weekend.
Thank you. God bless.
Again, that Mass will be at the Cathedral Basilica of St. James on Sunday, August 14th at 2 p.m. It's open to all, but even if you can't come, don't worry. The Mass will be broadcast live on Net TV. Again, that Mass will be on Sunday, August 14th at 2 p.m. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.